Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to explain to you regarding the EDH platform. I mean the platform for the group of EDH. So basically EDH group is like a group of schools. So they have schools under the EDH company. And also this platform that the EDH use, which is the group of EDH in here, it will contain or help the managements from the students to take care of the registration until they're going to be finished of the school itself. For the time being, this platform is going to be focusing into the admissions of the schools, and of course, by this video, you are going to hear the explanations of this platform from the point of view of the operator itself or from the operator of the EDH. So basically, before I continue to explain to you regarding the platform, I will log in as one of the operator who are going to use the EDH platform itself. So once you log in into the operator of the EDH, you are going to see this kind of dashboard. So this dashboard is a general data of the students who are registered under the EDH group. So in here, you will see the data of the students each day, each weeks, and even the total of everything, starting of the status of registered, engaged, admitted, resign, or even resign after registered. So at least you will see the chart of the numbers of the students itself. And each of the schools also, you will see the numbers of the students that is already reached in terms of time, and then in terms of status, where they are, where they're from, and the status of how many people or how many students that is already engaged, admitted, and etc. So here you will see also the details on each of the schools, the numbers of registered, and the other status. When the operator wants to use this kind of when the operator wants to use this platform, of course what they have to set first is the schooler season. Why it should be the schooler seasons first to be set it up? Because usually in study they will have to arrange they will have to set up the period of the schooler seasons. The scholar seasons will contains the curriculum, and then it will contains the data. It will contains how the students are going to register and etc. So basically, it's going to be the details of how the study is going to be or how the study is going to run out within one scholar seasons. So when you want to create the scholar seasons, of course, you have to log in as the operator, because the only one who can create the scholar seasons and everything inside of this platform is only the operators. So all you have to do is you go into this menu, the intake channel, and you go into this menu of scholar seasons. Usually, scholar seasons is going to be in the period of 1 year. So, for the example, as you can see, the one that is already displayed in here is the scholar seasons of 2021 to 2022, and also the next year, which is 2022 to 2023. When you want to add the scholar seasons, it's easy. You just need to click on this add scholar seasons, and then you put the name of the scholar season itself, the date of the scholar seasons, and the descriptions. And after that, you just need to click on validate. After you set up the scholar seasons, of course, you need to set up the schools. The schools, which means the schools that wants to do, or the schools that will be active during the seasons that you already set up in here. If you want to add the schools within this platform, all you have to do is go into this menu, which is menu of school, and in here you just need to click the add school, and you will be directed to register the school itself. So once you're directed in here, all you have to do is just add the logos. This is the important data that you have to input. For the example, like the school name, the telephone, the email address, the school full name, and also the accounting plans. And after you finish on registering or adding all of this data, you just need to click save. Once you click save, there will be an extra menu appear behind it, beside of this tab, which is the scholar season. So basically, after you add the schools, like I explained before, there will be an extra tab on showing you the available scholar seasons. So for the example, let's just open one of the schools in the platform that is already registered. So after you create the schools itself, there will be an extra tab of the schooler seasons that is already registered inside of the platforms, which is like I showed you before, the 2021 and 22, and also the 22 and 33. If you add another schooler seasons in the platform, there will be an extra seasons in here. After you create the schools itself, there will be another setup that you need to do. So for the examples in here as the menu, there will be a setup of campus. If the school has some kind of branch, for the example, maybe FAP, it has two branches of school. For the example, one is located on Lyon and the other one is located on Paris. So let's say those two schools have the same administrations in one school, but it has two different campus. So that's why you need to create this campus in here. So you just need to add, to click and go to this menu, intake channel and campus, and then you add the campus. You just need to put the campus name, and then the rest of the details. And later on, you can put the sites. Once you put the sites in here, this one you can set it up in this menu that I will explain to you later on. After you set up the campus, of course, you need to fill up the level of the programs that you are going to do later on. There are, for at the moment, there are these types of level. So there are one, two, three, four, five, and the rest. If you want to add level, it's the same. You just need to click on this level, the name of the level, the accounting plans, and the descriptions. The next one, you are going to see a menu of a sector. So this sector is basically like a major. So this major later on will be connected to the schools, which means what kind of sectors that is already available in which schools. For the example, like I said, this is going to be a major that the school available to teach the students later on. For the example, as in here, you see the communications. So the name of the sector is communications, which means it's going to be a general communications. Let's take a very simple major for the example, like a doctor. So if you want to create a sector of a doctor, you just need to click on the sectors. You put the name of the sector, let's say a doctor major, the major of a doctor. And then you put the single and also the descriptions and you click on validates. And then there will be a list of a new sector in this platform. The next one is about specialty. So, like I said, sector is going to be the part of the program itself. I will show you how it's going to be a program. This specialty is going to be more focusing into the specialty of the major. For the example, like I said before, the major is a doctor, then the specialty is going to be more specific, like not general doctor, but maybe a doctor for heart, or maybe an oculist, like a doctor for eye, so specialty for eyes only. And if you want to add the specialty, you just need to click on this and then you put the detail of the specialty and put validate. The next thing is about the sites. The sites is more into a detail of the locations. Like I told you before, when you create a campus is a branch of the school. For the example, maybe the school have two buildings or maybe two branches, which is the same in the same administration, but it located in different sites. So in here, you just need to add the new sites, the site's name, the address, and the details of the locations itself, and click on validate. Later on, it's going to be used when you create the campus like I showed you before. After you create all of these details from schools until the sites, this is going to be collected or together in data becomes a program. For the example, I will show you an examples of detailed programs in here. You just need to go to schools. I will click on one of the existing schools in here. So for the example, if I go to scholarships in 22-23, you will see this program. So what I mean by program is that after you set everything up before about the sector, about the specialties and etc. If you want to add a program inside of the schools, you just need to click add program in here. So which means all of the one that you already set it up before, you can click it in here or choose it in here. For the example, the campus, you can click which campus that you already registered, the level, the sector that you already registered also, and also the specialty. And after that, you just need to click on validate. So if you click or you create a program with sectors, but there is no specialty, there will be, for the example, if you click on this program and level 1 communication without specialty, if you validate, it will be one program in here. But if you create the same one, which is I will choose the same name, campus, the same level, the same sector, but I put a specialty in here when I validate, there will be two different specialties, or it's sorry, two different program that is already registered. So I will show you like the one that I created before, like this one. So before I only put the detail of campus, level, and sector without specialty. And the other one, I put the same campus, the same level, same sector, and specialty. So for the example, this sector is more into like a general major. But if you put the general major with the specialty, it's going to be very specific, like I told you before. So maybe the sector is doctor, and then if you want to be focusing or specializing the doctor, you can put like oculist, a therapist, and etc. So there will be two different programs in here. Later on, the students, they will have to pick the program when they want to join or learn about something from the EDH, from the school. After you already created the program, of course, you will have to focusing into the setup of how the program is going to be paid. And once the program is already created, you will be creating the details of the payment. For the payment of the program, you just need to go into this menu, intake channel, and go to setting. So in the setting, as you can see, you will see several tabs. The first one is about the formations. The next one is about additional expenses, payment modes, registration profile, and also legal entities. So for the example like this one, type of formations, this one is already fixed at the moment in the platforms. These formations is like how the students are going to be in the status of joining the program. For the example, this FI, the initial formation, this initial formations is for students who just register it by themselves. For the example, they paid by themselves. It's just like a general student who went to school and who wants to study. They paid by themselves and etc. But there are other things or status of or formations. For the example, like this one, there is a status of total fundings, and then there will be formations for partial fundings, personal fundings, and also contract pro. So for the example, maybe there is a student who is already working, and when they join the program, they will be paid by the company that they worked to, or maybe they have scholarships. So the one who paid the program is going to be the scholarships programs itself. The next one is about additional expenses. So this additional expenses is more into the payment of the program itself. This show the total of the extra or expenses extra outside of the expense of the program. For the example, if you join a program for 500 euros, let's say there will be an additional expenses for maybe printing, or maybe admin registration, and etc. So you have to set up the additional expenses outside the numbers of the program itself. How you are going to add the additional expenses is just you need to click on the add additional expenses. You put the name of it, the description, and the amount. And then after that, you just need to click on validate. The next one is about the payment modes. So in payment modes, there is a type of how you are going to pay the program itself. For the example, you can put the payment name, and then you put the descriptions. You can put also the numbers of terms. For the example, maybe if you want to pay the programs for 5 times, it will be automatically show you the tables on each of the terms itself, how much you are going to pay. And also you can set up the date and also the percentage of the terms and on each terms that you are going to pay. There will be an additional cost also if you want to add it. And also you can select the payment methods that is available in the platforms or in the group of EDH itself. After that, you just need to click on validate, and you will see how you are going to do the payment itself. The next tab is about the registration profile. So basically, this registration profile is more into the compilations of the data that you already created, or the setup creation from the additional expenses and payment modes. So this registration profile is more into the details how the students are going to do the payment. So this is like the tutorials, not tutorials, more like a data how the students are going to pay the programs. So in here, when you create the registration profile, you just need to put the registration profile names, the descriptions, the if you can put the discount, if there is a discount on the program. You can put also the down payment. So if there is a down payment, of course you put yes. If there is no, yeah, of course you put no. And then after that, you can select the payment method that is available for this registration profile, whether it's a credit card and etc. As you can see in here, you can put the type of formations that you already set it up on this setting, this tab. And also you click also on the registration certificates. You can put the perimeter of the registration profile. So this one, I'm going to explain to you in detail later on the admission. But for a short introduction, is that admissions is for the students who registered new. For the example, like me, I don't know about this program before, so I just joined it recently, just new to the program. So I will be in this kind of profile. But for readmission, it means like the students who already joined the program, I mean, like maybe they already finished, or maybe they want to rejoin again. So they will be categorized into these registration profiles. And then after that, you can select the payment mode that you already created in this setup. And then also for the additional expenses, if there is an additional expenses into the program, so you can just click which part that is available for the program. And then after that, you just need to click validate, and you will see the new registration profile in details in here for the list. The next tab is about the legal entities. So legal entities is more about the data of the bank account. For the example, like this kind of programs, we use online payments. So from the online payments, we create an account for the students to pay. For the example, maybe I am a student, but when I want to pay to my school, I will use online payment. And if I paid, the school will receive my payment from this account that we created in here. So this one will contains the detail of the legal entity, the numbers of the account number, the bank account number, the shareholder, the signatory, and the rest. So if you want to add the data of a legal entity, you just need to add the legal entity. You can select the exist one, or maybe you can create a new one. Like this is the detail you need to put the detail of the data, and then you just need to save and continue. And after that, you will have an account for the legal entities. So that's all about the setup of the program. For the I mean the detail of how you set up a program in the platform to be inside of the schools, and also how the program details data, like the setup of the payment, the setup of the detail of the method of the payment itself, and etc. Now on, let's move to the admissions. This admissions is more into the registrations of the students itself. If you see on this admission table, there will be a follow-up students, which means this is the list of the student under the schools. So this is overall students under the schools that is registered in the group of EDH. Before I explain to you regarding the follow-up students, let's move on to the CRM Oscar campus first. So in here, in group of EDH, there is another sites outside of this platform that contains the detail or the data of students who register into the schools. For the example, there is people who wants to become a students, so there are kind of candidates that apply from the sites. The site's name is Oscar Campus. After they registered into the Oscar campus, they will become a status as a candidate. To get those candidates' name or data, if we want to get the data from the Oscar campus itself, the data of the students, we will just need to import it, or you just need to click on Get Oscar Campus in here. So once you get the list of the student or the Oscar student, there will be people, number of students who are already applied, and it will be displayed in this table. So after it's displayed in this table of this Oscar campus, and you want to assign them into the program, you just need to click the student's name like this, and you can click into assign program. Here, you just need to put the school or season, you put the school, you put the campus, you put the level. I just say it's level 3. I put the sector of communications, the specialty, and the type of formations that is already set it up on the settings, the formations of the manager, the one who are going to be the responsible persons to these students, and the deaf member. So after that, you just need to click validate. And in here, you will get a sweet alert whether you want to assign those two people. If you click on yes, those two people from the Oscar detail, it will be displayed in the follow-up menu. It is the same also to the HubSpot. It's the same like Oscar Campus. So basically, the students they will register into these two sites, and if we want to get the data of the candidates, we just need to get the data of the students by clicking on the button that I showed you before. And then after that, you just need to assign those students into the programs. After you assign them to the program, they will be listed in here. And you will see the status of the students in green and red. If it's red, it means like you haven't done the process. And if it's green, you already done the process itself. So for the example, if you add the new students, you will get the table, the button of calling the students, and also the button to send the students an email for registrations. If the operators already call the students, I mean, like for the example, they told you, okay, you already passed on the registration, we will send you the registration email and etc. The operator should click on these buttons or of the call. After the call is already clicked, the menu in here, the status in here, it will be turned into green, like this one, the call, announcement of call. It's the same like the rest. After the students get called and also send an email, of course, the student will be assigned to register the profile. So there will be a new button in here that you will see. And once you click this one, the students will get an email to assign or do the completions of the registration. Before the students get the email itself, you have to choose the registration profiles. So this one that is already set it up on the settings. So you just need to click or choose which registration profile that you are going to choose for them. For the example, maybe this one, the 20% discount, and also the rate type, whether it's internal or external. Internal means for usually it's for the students who are already registered into the who are new into to the platform. For the example, like they already registered the platform before, and they already finished a program, sorry. So this internal rate is like for the students who already registered into the programs before, they already finished the program, they want to continue or etc. And the external program is for the students who are very new into the into the programs itself, like I told you regarding the registration process before, the admission and readmission. So it's the same like that. Internal is for the students who already have the experience or maybe have done the program before and they want to rejoin, and external is for the one who already outside, let's say new to the program. Usually the rate for the external is higher than the internal, so it's more expensive than the internal one. So in here, let's just put the internal, and then you just need to click on validate. After you get the validations or you click on the validations like this, Miss Margot in here, she will get an email into her, let's say into her email to do the registration. So after that, these two button will be active. So the first one, the registrations is sent, the registration form is sent, and then you need to call the students to inform them, like I told you before. If you already call them, the status will be active like this. And then you have to send the email registrations. Let's say the due date will be tomorrow. Submit. And the student will get the registration email to complete later on. If you want to see the details of the students, you can see into the admission files in here. So basically, as an operator, you can click into the form or the form of the registrations of the students. So whether you can fill this form if the operator access, but actually the students will get the link to do the final registrations, and the link will be directed into this. So the student have to fill the detail, for the example, like the campus, the student's identity, the modality, the conditions, whether the payment of the conditions itself, how they are going to pay it, and the school contract, which is they have to see the terms and conditions of the schools, the program itself, and also the down payment. If for this one there is a down payment, of course they have to do the down payment. So basically, after the students fill it, the student will be registered and it will be okay to start on the platforms. So that's all regarding the introductions of the EDH platform. If you have any questions that you feel like, oh, I need to be more clear on which part, you can just contact me via Zeta chat, laxmi.dewi, and I will be available there during the work hours. Thank you.